So what do we have here? This is a magazine, Q, very popular magazine back in the day. This is a special commemorative issue, so it's quite a good one to look at. This was published in September 2020, cost £4.99. Unfortunately, Q magazine is no longer with us, but it was a fantastic magazine for a long time before magazines unfortunately seemed to dwindle. Meeting People is Easy, Adventures with Legends, 1986 to 2020. Let's dive in. So we've got table of contents here, picture of the Falls Mark E. Smith. I think that's probably a good illustration of Mark Smith, actually. Let's see what else we have here as well. Lou Reed, How to Crack the Impenetrable Facade of the Velvet Underground's one-time grouching command, Lou Reed. I really liked these Q&A interviews with rock stars, musicians. It really gave the public an opportunity to ask some questions that journalists might not have asked. Plus, it must be really cool if you're Gary Hooper from London and you want to submit a question, then to have your name in print and to have interacted remotely with Lou Reed must be a pretty cool thing. I've heard that your girlfriend, the goddess Laurie Anderson, insists on cutting her own hair. Does she also cut your hair, or does she insist you cut your own hair? That's from Jane Settles from Los Angeles. It's great that this magazine became sort of quite an international magazine. It's just so sad though that it came to an untimely end, unfortunately. He says yes, she cuts her own hair, no, she doesn't cut my hair, and yes, she is a goddess. Do I consider myself bisexual? No, but not remotely, maybe pansexual. There we go. There's a fantastic picture of him with David Bowie here. It says, friends have tiffs and you stay friends. That's good to know. There's a picture here of Florence Welch from 2019, very dramatic photo. Shot for Q in 2019. Fantastic. Stone Roses. So this is from 1990. We're men on a mission, this is Ian Brown. We've known each other for a long time, that helps. I've known John since the sandpit when we were 4, never fallen out since then. The hair. There was a period where everyone, I grew up near Manchester, and there was a period where these looks, the baggy sort of Manchester sort of looks were really popular amongst people, but for me it never really did it for me. Who's this? David Crosby from 2014. Wow, almost looks like a painting. Adele from 2011. I just can't believe I'm blagging it so well. Just as the wave of Adele mania was hitting its peak. The more successful I get, the more insecurities I'm getting. Oh, that's cover. Oh, beautiful. She always takes great photos, Adele. I think I remind people of themselves, of their friends, aunties, cousins, and just a very normal girl who likes normal things. Adele's 5 favourite normal things in the world: acrylic nails, booze, boys, crisp with Worcester sauce, and £1 Primark comedy knickers. George Clinton. I mean, I love these photographs. Oh wow. Mr. Page. A page with an absolute goddess on it. Joni Mitchell. So when this was from 1988, she danced to the beat of her own drum all the way from Laurel Canyon to uptown Los Angeles, and that's where Joni Mitchell met Paul Sutcliffe to talk about her life, her loves, and her courageous musical ventures in a very rare interview. She's an absolute icon, isn't she? She certainly is for me. I've got pretty much all her albums, perhaps not some of the compilations, but I've got quite a lot of her stuff on vinyl as well. Certainly digitally. She's a poetess. She's an incredible musician, an incredible lyricist, and what a life. The kids used to say to me, "You look too innocent, smoke." Okay. Prince from 1994. Gosh. We've got 30 minutes and 10 of those have been swallowed up with nothing more than a handful of sighs, some peculiar body language, and one dodgy tat-up line to show for it. What a legend, Prince, though. I mean, what a catalogue of music, and what a character. Incredible. I saw him live in Manchester in the 90s, and he was astonishing. Really was. What a mover as well. Incredible dancer. Pete Townsend. Bowie. Well. So this was from 1997. So in late 1996, shortly before Bowie's 50th birthday, David Kavanagh was invited to Bowie's studio and tour in New York. And this is how it went down. I think the most stylish man that there's ever been. I mean, no one has ever looked good in a suit than David Bowie, in my mind, at least. Wow, that's a photo, isn't it? Look at that. That's Bowie's band and special guests at his 50th birthday, including Robert Smith, Billy Corgan, Dave Grohl, and Kim Gordon. Absolutely amazing. Much of the time in America in the 70s is really hard to remember. Well, he's lived quite a life until his very sad passing. I pretty much cried when I heard that he died. It was pretty intense to have, because it came as such a shock, didn't it? We didn't know he was ill. It wasn't publicised until it was all too late, sadly. And we have Nina Simone here from 1991. She was incredible. Radiohead here from 2000. I've never really been a Radiohead fan, but I appreciate how talented they are. But I don't think I've got any Radiohead albums, or even one of their songs digitally. But they are so admired. I really ought to check them out properly. Liam Gallagher. I mean, this is a very Liam Gallagher photo, isn't it? Look at him here. He sits almost with a swagger. The same swagger you see him when he's walking around. For 20 years, Liam Gallagher was a renowned singer in Oasis and the greatest frontman of his generation. That's quite a statement. Then after 2 mediocre albums with BDI, he suddenly found himself in crisis, cut adrift from the rest of the mooks on the street. Interesting. So this is from 2016, so short of 10 years ago, October 2016. Wow, the hair. He's got good hair though, isn't he? You're listening to somebody who has hair loss and doesn't really have much hair on top of his head, but that's a shiny, good quality hair, I guess. I guess even if I had hair though, I'm not sure it would be in that style. But I find him quite fascinating though. Hair aside, he's a fascinating character. It's like Stella Street around here. Jamie Oliver lives up the road. I got told off for throwing stones at his windows, pissed up, asking him to chuck down some bacon rolls. Mojo magazine is also a great magazine. I wish I had this one. The CD. They do some cracking CDs. Mojo. Really amazing. I remember the days when I'm pretty sure Q used to do CDs as well. You'd buy Q and you would get a compilation CD, and it would really open your eyes in terms of being able to listen to new music and give you a reason to check out some people's albums based on, you know, what record companies were willing to release and put on some of these free compilation CDs. And I loved all of those from back in the day. And there we have it. Q magazine. Very much missed, like many magazines were. And obviously it hung around for a long time and has an amazing legacy.